Welcome, and welcome back to the latest episode of Brandler Bits. I'm Jeff Brandler. For new people, I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, practicing virtually, and helping people to make changes in their lives. During therapy sessions, I like to tell stories about other clients, their struggles, and their successes. So I couldn't think of a better topic for today than stories. Stories. Everyone on the planet has one. Everyone has a story about their life. There are happy ones and sad ones, funny ones and tragic ones. There are stories of overcoming. There are stories of failure and stories of redemption. Every story has its ups and downs. Some are worse than others. Some are better than others. For 38 years as a therapist, I have heard many stories. I've discovered that these stories typically have a couple of versions of them. Of course, there are some way out, unbelievable, far side versions, but we're not going to address those. We are only going to stick to the common ones. People come to my office with a story. Because of the nature of my profession, most of the stories are negative. I say all the time I have two sides to my brain, the Disney part and the clinical part, and I love the Disney part. But some stories cannot have a Disney ending. For example, when somebody dies, we need to process and deal with the grief. In therapy, we can produce relief, produce a better perspective, develop a better understanding. We can have some appreciation, some love, some acknowledgement of the deceased person. Healing occurs over time, and the person works on going on with the rest of their life. They, of course, will miss their loved one. The living person decides to live and work on their happiness. This is in sharp contrast to people who lose a loved one and can never go on with the rest of their life. They stay stuck in that grief story. They stay stuck in their pain and their depression. They stay stuck in their misery. And they stay stuck in their trauma forever. In addition to the physical loss of a person, many of my clients have lost a partner via divorce. There are many versions of the divorce story. The sad breakup, which is full of ups and downs. The feeling of relief when the person finds the courage to end the relationship with a person that was a bad fit from the beginning. The painful feeling of betrayal, with divorce coming as a result of the discovery of infidelity. And painful stories of the wreckage of dealing with a person with mental illness or addiction, or both. All of these stories are painful. They are sad. People hurt. They cry. Some may even yell and express their frustration and aggravation and anger. Over time, people heal. They grow. They see patterns in relationships, and they see how they contributed to the problem in the relationship. Other people tell their divorce story differently. They want to blame their significant other for doing this to them. They are a victim. They did nothing wrong. They want to regurgitate the story of their victimization and tell everyone their tale of woe. There is no change, no growth, no opportunity for new knowledge. They will be this way forever. Many years ago, I worked with a woman named Trinity. Trinity told me her divorce story, which was filled with the pain of infidelity and lies. She told the story with raw emotion and with raw feelings. When I commented about the newness of this pain, Trinity said, No. This happened 6 years ago. Her pain was 6 years old, but sounded like it happened yesterday. Our stories and our interpretation of our stories can dictate how we will live our lives. We can make many decisions, such as, do I want my story to continue generations and generations of family dysfunction and chaos? Do I want to be the first chapter in a new book about healing and change? Do I want to be like everyone else in the family and follow along believing in stories of pain and victimization? Do I want to use my power and my ability to change my life? I have seen people tell all of these stories in my office. Some of these people are unrecognizable when therapy ends. They have made so many changes in appearance, in emotions, and in lifestyle. Some of them have changed careers. Some have changed partners. But most of all, they've changed themselves. I have also seen people who are invested in their pain, unable to find the courage or desire or motivation to allow themselves even the smallest of change. Or worse, they found that motivation to change only to do what is most comfortable for them and self-sabotage. And self-sabotage their successes and ending up in a worse place than when we started therapy. As you may know, the title of my website is Change is Possible. That is not just a good marketing slogan. It is in fact a reality. Change is possible and can occur and does occur. But here is the big but. You have to be willing to work at it. You have to be willing to dig, to explore, to think, to process, to feel, to examine, to challenge. You may have to change a lifelong pattern of behavior within yourself and with others. You may have to think about your life using a different lens. You may have to talk about issues that you have never talked about before with another person. You may have to hear yourself say some things about yourself that do not make you sound particularly good or healthy. You may discover parts of yourself that you did not know existed. And you may discover strength and courage and desire and motivation that you did not know you possessed. You may open up some strengths and abilities that are mind-blowing to others, and most importantly, yourself. You may discover how you change and how much you like it. You may discover this change in the moment, and you may discover it retroactively, and you may pat yourself on the back for recognizing this change. You may be constantly surprised at your ability to handle situations in a different way than you have handled them throughout your life. And you may ask yourself over and over and over again why you didn't make these changes sooner. The payoffs are great. The work is hard. What will your story be? You can decide the title, and you can write your own chapters. There may be some twists and some good and bad times. But if you keep persevering, you can have the life that you wish to have. And perhaps can even have your own Disney ending. Thank you for listening to today's episode. This is our end of the year episode, which has been a tradition in the 4-year history of Brandler Bits. Feel free to explore any of the other episodes that exist in the Brandler Bits library. They're available in all places that you listen to your podcasts. If you have any questions about today's show, feel free to contact me at my website, which is www.changeispossible.org. From the entire Change is Possible family, have a great holiday season. We will see you in the new year with more Brandler Bits.